Right, we finally got there eventually. Welcome back to F-Zero X Climax. We're now onto the final cup. Captain JJ back at the helm. Sensei difficulty as per normal. And now it's onto the Platinum Cup. The last slot, all these tracks are based on the SNES counterpart. So it will be going from bottom right up there to bottom right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, ending with the final four machines in the game. Alright, so let's jump through it for here. So, first off, once again, Sonic Phantom, i.e. the Skull. A very, part of the Dark Minion clan, as we've already previously mentioned. The Black Magician of Law. As previously mentioned, all these tracks are based on their SNES counterpart. Some of these tracks are remixed versions of Climax. Especially made for Climax, the DVA version that is. Further remixed here. So the Skull, as we know, is the Black Magician. There's a lot of black dodgy magic, which is quite annoying for some people, especially when they use exactly the very beginning. So yeah, that's where that one comes from. The machine itself is very good. It's one of the best machines in the game. Same also the Climax. Multiply is based on the first track on the Platinum Cup. Now the Platinum Cup had a unique distinction here. There were 8 tracks, but only 6 there were here. So two had to be cut though in order to be able to get the right track. So Multiply is a remix of Route 61 from the SNES days. Oldest track in the F-Zero chronology. So that's why it's the first one. Yeah, did not get that timing right there with the side effect there. So what I'm trying to do here is just make sure I get to the end of the track. Which is definitely a lot more than what that lot definitely happened to them. A lot of machines fell off towards the end of that race. Those two will not be part of those that fell off. Zero Nelson was the only one I took out, everybody else just fell off by the wayside. Now next up is Big Billow, one of the more difficult tracks in Climax. And it's a remix version of Big Blue from the F-Zero SNES game. It's also one of the longest tracks as well. Now all these tracks replace their X counterparts, which means that the AI will be either more difficult or easier depending on the track. Not that McLeod is going to be able to do anything about that. Wild Piece. Pico. This track is also difficult on this version of the game as well, because you're just having to go through everything and make sure you don't slide off the track. So we'll be doing this without a lot of the advanced tech, say like the double tap dive, just to prove that it can be done without it. Now if you're wondering how I got good at this, a lot of experience playing these tracks. Now the Sonic Phantom is not the top tier, it's not part of the top tier, but it's a high tier in this game because of its mediocre, mediocre body, middle of the road body, strong boost, and a bit of a slidey grip. Not that it matters on max speed acceleration. Max speed settings, which is that 80% towards max speed here. If you set it all the way to 100% max speed, you're not going to get anywhere fast, especially at the very beginning. And it also makes it very difficult as well if you do lose control to get your speed back up again. Also, you need to be tactical with these tracks to find out exactly when to use the pit areas at what point, because there's a lot of dash plates around. Very easily missable, I must admit. Especially on this occasion, that's for certain, and I am missing them all. But survival is key. Survival is king. Didn't help I missed both the jump plates, eh? can happen. It can happen. So that one's out the way. First track out the way, beautifully done. Second track even. Big Blue Tree done. The only one I know are not Office McCloud. Sound Ocean now. This was track number 3 in the first cup, I believe it was. In SNES, it was number 5, or no, number 6 actually, in the Climax and GP Legend versions. The order was changed here for the very simple fact that the AI wasn't cooperating the AI wasn't cooperating with beta testing. So the AI was swapped around with another track later on in the camera. Later on. This is made to be one of the more difficult tracks with virtually no wards at all, and the fact I keep siding and running into wards is definitely not helping my cause. Turn the left half and all the way up in second. The AI does have a tendency as well to mess up quite a bit here. Especially when you're quite a bit ahead of them, which I am a little bit ahead of here. So I'm just making sure I do tight turn so that I don't, well, fly off the track. Flying off the track in this game is one of the worst things you can do. Get nice and smooth. Turn to tight. Best use of slider settings on this track when you've got a lower grade grip, say like a D grip or an E grip. Starlight Phantom has a D grip, so it's best to use slider settings here. I don't want to be flying off the track. His body is not going to be it's not going to do me any favours here, but that was a nice little turn. Whoa dear. Definitely ran out of energy there. Yikes, that was a little bit more scary than I would have liked to have wished to have been, but there you go, these things happen. So Sand Ocean out of the way, that was beautifully done, loads of waves fell off basically. How can that in a second? I forgot you were a second beforehand. Now Red Canyon 3 SNES version, this was in the SNES version and in Climax. The first version of Red Canyon was in GP Legend and SNES. The second version here is track number... I think I was right first time. This is track number 5, I'm led to believe. So here we go. One of the more suitable tracks in Climax, let's be honest. Being Red Canyon 1 was not exactly suitable for its size, and considering the fact that the speed difference made it would have been difficult to handle. Oops, didn't want to hit the dirt, but that first steps out of the way. Now this is the second track that is based on its original. Sand Ocean being the other one, which we were just on just a minute ago. Definitely looking a little bit iffy at this point, especially when I hit mines when I shouldn't have to here. Mines are bad in this game. In GP Legend, at maximum velocity, it got you up to max speed instantaneously, so it was good. Climax is not so good, depending on the context. Say if you're like over 1900 kilometers an hour and you hit a mine, you go straight back to 1200. So that's why it's not so good to be used there. Hello, I've just destroyed the skull. Can he survive? Yes, he can. It's fine now. Also, it was after the third lap had been completed, so yeah, no harm, no foul. So the skull in the anime in this part is just basically just your average minion. Nothing notable really happened to him until like towards the end of the anime. And then in episode 51 he was part of the last stand of Dark Minion versus the Mobile Platoon Squad of Captain Falcon. And that's about it on that front. Well, the Skull is of course one of those players, one of the Dark Minion players who fed up with fighting. And I've just taken that Captain Falcon, but then again, you're in the way, good sir, so you don't want to be going in the way. Oh. That's actually one of the scariest jumps in the game. And you've got to follow it exactly. So you don't want to be flying in that direction a little bit. You don't want to be flying off course. You don't want to stray too far off course, otherwise, well, you're not going to survive and you're going to have to do the whole thing again. Which I aim not to do. So this is meant to be track number 3 in Climax and in... it's the last track in the SNES edition, the original edition, but this track is track number 3 in Climax. And AI troubles meant that it wasn't suitable for track number 3. So that's why it was moved to track number 5, the penultimate track. And to be honest, it does actually suit the fact. It suits the penultimate track a little bit more than the original track, than it does on track 3. Because it makes it a lot more difficult. Only 2 pit areas on the whole track. Ground wires corners and on the starfish track. So it does make some interesting reading. And to be honest, this is actually one of the most feared tracks in the game. I'm not a fan of this track. It has definitely caused some frustration. Yeah, and you see by that, that's the frustration part. Simply because of that, I missed it. I missed the checkpoint around one of the corners, which meant I did not manage to successfully complete the track. Oh, hello, 2 machines gone. Don't care who. McLeod was definitely one of them, but he's at the back anyway, so no difference. I've just got, oh, Dr. Stewart and Pico are now gone. Don't want to be flying off there in that direction, that's for sure. Oh dear. That did not work out. Well, it worked out better than it did last time, let's be honest. Why I decided I wanted to go for a flying lesson instead of doing something else. And again, not ideal. I'm fine with the track. It's all about momentum, this track. See, I'm just exercising on the urgent portion at this stage so I don't fly off. It's not ideal, but there you go. See, that was a better lap this time out. Easy in 30. Easily under 40s now. So let's see what we can do on this last track. Whoa! Hello! Don't want to be flying off there. The sensitivity of the handling sensitivity leaves a little bit to be desired at times, especially when it's on higher speed, man. And it doesn't have auto. I'm going back. That could have ended a lot worse. That could have ended badly, but fortunately it did not. So the skull doesn't make too much of a appearance in the last part of the anime, except for episode, well, whatever one towards the end of the episode, night 1, where Miss Killer gets exposed, like 43s all the way through. Really only makes notable appearances from episode 43 onwards. So I would, if I had to guess, McLeod, Dr. Stewart, Pico, and one other person. Anyway, Firefield now is the final track. Last track on the SNES, GP Legend, and Climax. Oh, with Beastman. I thought it was Beastman was the first one. That's the one I got off. But anyway, Firefield now. No changes between the three. No changes made between the 3 games that it has made an appearance in. So this is just, well, this is meant to be made as literal hell, and one of them doesn't have to worry about it. And my cloud's off again already. Okay, I've got an extra machine out of that, so that's fine. It doesn't matter. Extra machine got there. Basic explanation is that if I get 5 machines off at if I get 5 machines or more off in the race, I get an extra machine. It's basically the life. It's a life counter. I get an extra machine, which is an equivalent of a life. So if I mess up, if I mess up again, at least I've got another machine to fall back on. But the chances are, I don't want to mess up. I do not want to mess this up. So, Skull, last few notable appearances were episode 49, where they were trying to capture Miss Killer after Miss Killer got captured by Samurai Gore, who was making his first appearance in quite some time. Actually, that's a white lie. I will explain more about the one in that episode, but whatever the case was, the Skull was part of the Dark Minion group to try and get Miss Killer's body back on Zuda's orders. And let's just say that it did not end particularly well for them. Especially with the Skull being, well, full of bones. And also, he's just, well, he's just a skeleton, isn't he? That was definitely frisky. But yeah, it's alright. Kept the machines alive, which is the most important part. Very important to keep these machines alive. This also takes a lot of energy out of you. These tracks will do, because it's just relentless. Like Black Shine's made his way out of the top 6. And with that, whew, dear me, Sonic Phantom is complete. I had one retry and that was on Silence 2, but other than that, it was absolutely fine. I enjoyed that. Quite a lot of notable non-finishers in that one. But that was a good cup all the same. So eventually, let's go on to the next screen. So that is all 4 cups done. Bronze, silver, gold and now platinum done for Sonic Phantom and the Skull. So in terms of ease, once you get experience with the Sonic Phantom and experience with the track, this will be easy. Sonic Phantom, mediocre body, I may say, one of the best boosts in the game, and has got slider grip which is acceptable. So, yeah, this machine is easy to do. Get some experience in, get it done. I may do a tutorial series on this. So, all you beautiful F-Zero people can learn from this, and then you'll be able to complete it. This is one of the hardest editions of the game that you can play today. So with that in mind, let's go to the top 3. In 3rd place is Blood Falcon and the Blood Hawk. 2nd place is Captain Falcon with the Blue Falcon. And last but not least, the winner, champion, the Skull and the Sonic Phantom, driven by myself. And final episode confirmation, this is episode 28, when he sends Dr. Stewart into a deep sleep when he arrives at the Dark Minion base. Skull's fate, well, he survives the final battle and ends up starting the Grand Prix in the epilogue. And gets a bit annoyed when a certain other individual starts as well. But anyway, that's it for me on this video with the Sonic Phantom. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe, share the video, and do whatever you can to make this video series and finish it on a high note. So, until then, this is Captain JJ signing out, and we'll see you on the next machine, which will be the Black Bull.